Hello, all my TW555 members here at Midway. Welcome back to the Quick Question Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Perez. I am one of your alternate station union reps alongside my co-host, Hugo Valles, your safety station rep. Hugo?
Howdy, partner.
And today we have some special guests for you. It's a two-part episode for us, and we are going to go to the company side, and we are going to meet one. We're going to meet your station manager, but that'll be another one. And this one is going to be with one of our SSOs, our infamous SSO. Welcome, everyone, Stacy Farquharson.
Hey, Stace.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Stacy.
Yes.
Please don't sound so excited. Don't be so nervous. A little
Don't be
nervous.
nervous.
You might want to bring the mic a little bit closer to you. There you go.
There
now
you
we're
go.
good. Can we
Get
say-
comfortable
Now
with it.
let's talk. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Cool.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're
Nice.
welcome. Thank you for
Yes.
being here.
What a
All right.
pleasure it is to have you here.
So the main reason why I want to put you on here is because we actually, me and Hugo, want to actually be open with the agents and actually show them, give them some info on what you actually do in the SSO, and that way they can stop asking us all these questions. So maybe they can get something out of here. All right. So the first thing I want to ask you is, where did you come from? It wasn't the SSO. You didn't start off at the SSO, right?
No, I was with AirTran.
Mm-hmm.
I started there in HR.
Okay.
So I started in benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to properties and facilities.
Okay.
And then I came to Midway as the admin supervisor.
Okay.
So there also, I was also the customer service ops and ramp supervisor because, we were all cross-trained.
Yes.
So this is where I get my deep knowledge of the airport,
Okay.
all aspects of it, because even when I was in properties and facilities, that's corporate real estate.
Okay.
So I know from even the landing fees, how much it costs to land at the airport,
Oh,
how
Jesus.
to operate the whole airport, how we get potable water, to when I was on the ramp side, how to do de-icing, how to what we
So you
need.
can de-ice.
Maybe.
Okay. So if we need you,
yes.
we got you.
Shut it down. If we get to
Nice,
me,
nice.
shut it down.
Well, it's nice to know that you have a wealth of knowledge.
Yes. So now you're in the SSO, and
Yes.
what do you do for the SSO?
I'm a specialist. So what a specialist does is everything from schedules, bids, vacation, debt, everything to do with the employee per se.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't necessarily do like the specialist side.
Okay.
We don't take care of badging. We no longer take care of OJI. That used to be our job, but now with the additional staffing, it's more standardized.
So we have a certain because I know there's like what, how many of you guys in the SSO? There's like
About we're down now, but it's about 25 of us.
25, and then some
Wow.
of them take the OJI
Labor.
and labor.
labor,
and
OJI.
Okay, and
which
what are you?
That used to be on all our plates.
I remember that was just you and Melissa.
Yeah, it was
and
just me, Melissa,
not that many
Kathy.
mistakes, and then you add all these people, and then there's 50 mistakes. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't say
Okay.
it's mistakes. I just think you just have to give them a chance because there's so many of us now. So back then, it probably was throughout the whole, all three departments was about 1,500 employees. Now
Okay.
the ramp alone is like 1,200 employees,
Yeah,
and we're
right.
continue to
And
hire.
we're hiring.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely ask you that one. So now you handle the schedule. You handle the ramp schedule, right? Is that you're
Yeah,
part
we
of it right
bid.
now?
We bid.
Okay.
So right now, my bid and my consistent bid has been the ramp.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we do love you at the ramp.
Appreciate
We do
that.
Yes.
everything you do.
I love you guys.
We definitely see what happens when you're off. So,
Yes.
well, we love the other guys. We're not saying we don't love, we just know when you're off. So, again, now when you're doing the schedule, now you do the day-to-day schedule.
The day-to-day schedule.
Okay, so
Yes.
when you get the schedule, is it already made for you, or do you actually got to plan everybody one by one?
No, so when the full bid, like for the month or 2 months, is complete, and you pick where you are on the bid, like if you were gates, driver, whatever. So we go ahead and we build it out based on that. So if you're
Okay.
a gate person, we go ahead and based off whatever they want us the rotation to be. Because currently we're at 32 gates,
Okay.
46 transfer drivers, and 25 locals, and T-Point has 30 employees down
Okay.
there. So we break it down like that. So we have that, and the schedule copy itself every single day.
Oh, so it's already pre-plotted, if you want to say it, per se. If
Almost
you want to say it that way.
pre-populated?
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
So everybody else who has a float line, they
Okay.
go to the bullpen. So how we utilize the bullpen is, so the bid is complete. What we already know from you close the bid with us.
Okay.
The day that bid closes and we do the schedule
Right.
for the entire month or 2 months, whatever it is, we already know it's not correct anymore because people go OJI, people resign, people term, people go FMLA, whatever the case may be. So then the schedule is riddled with holds.
Okay.
So that's how the people from the bullpen gets included on the schedule.
Okay. So, and so you just now, is there a certain place that you guys start, or is it now? No, before I get to that question, now is it when you line up the floats in the bullpen, it's lined up the same way every day?
Not necessarily. So some of the floats come from the bid itself.
Yeah.
Right? And then the
Wait, so where
other
did-
floats
okay.
come from if you were out OJI and you missed the bid.
Okay.
When you come back and bid, all you're bidding for is your time off and hours.
So-
You become a float automatically.
So which? I'm sorry. So which ones come first from top to bottom? Do the people who bidded floats start from the top to bottom, and then the OGIs, or the OGI floats come first, and then how do you guys line them, or does it really matter?
It doesn't matter. We line them up by time.
By times.
Yes.
Okay.
So everything go by time.
I get it. Okay.
And how we do the schedule, the priority is obviously the gate.
Okay. So, and that comes first, obviously.
The gate goes first. Yeah.
Okay, and then you just go from top to bottom and just go from there
Right,
by
we go
times.
by time.
By times.
Yes.
Okay, and then whoever's lined up that's just their luck of the draw.
Pretty
so
much.
So more than likely, the top guys are just going to go straight to a gate.
Yeah, because I mean, if you work at 4:15, you could be realistic too. You could look at the schedule; it's not going to change.
Okay.
You know where 4:15 go. So when you come and say, "How come I'm never driving?" No drivers start at 4:15.
Right.
So
Now, when it comes to, like, suppose you come up to a line 6 o'clock.
yeah,
Now, again, gates first, and
Gates
then
first,
and then
uh-huh.
obviously it keeps going until you get to transfers, and then whoever is a transfer at that time is going to go over where the transfers is.
correct.
Now, next question. Let me see if you can answer it.
Yes.
Okay. Favors. I'm not saying that you pick and choose who you give favors to. I'm not saying I
Right.
don't want to put you on the spot, but
Right.
you kind of do help. I know you do.
Yeah.
And we would probably want to know how do you affect the schedule? Like, do you move somebody who's not, whose line is, like, if it's transfers, you move them out to put this guy in?
Oh, that never happens.
That never happens.
So, a favor, as in, this is how favors work. So, if there is a line available and that's what you like to go to, and you have the seniority, because I won't put somebody that's 800 into a spot when number 46 came back from leave and he's just as well a float line, and you guys are the same hours.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
I would put that person in there. So that's not considered like a favor. It's more like seniority.
Right. That's good. Now,
Yes.
suppose if it was just like somebody like me were to come up to you, just say
Yeah.
I'm just some random agent come up to you and say, look, there's nobody, no one else is asking you. Is it okay if I can? I'm afloat.
Yeah.
And then the question is, now if they have to be afloat, or if somebody has a line, could you help? Like suppose if I had transfers and I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to go to locals, and would you change me, or would you only change a person that's a float line?
I would be able to change it if there's an open spot in locals. I won't move somebody out of their spot to accommodate someone else.
Okay.
So
That's
that
what
wouldn't happen.
That's what a lot of
So-
people. That's what a lot of people assume. They assume that people
No.
get pulled. You'll do favors, and you pull somebody out of their line.
No one gets pulled out of their line. The only time you get pulled out of your line is if you're a trainer and you're going to observation.
Okay. Now, or de-icing, I'd imagine, because I know I got pulled
De-icing.
plenty of times when I did
Yes.
de-icing. I'm like, I'm
Yes.
transferred. No, Eric, sorry, you're
Yeah.
going. No,
Yes.
You are qualified,
I
so
get
get
it.
in there,
Yeah,
bum.
unfortunately, yeah. You probably, and
So
it is what it is.
training, the icing, if it's a special event like culture,
Right.
like you guys, I call you guys the water boys.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My favorite time of year.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
If the water boys
And
come out,
Mr.
yes.
President's favorite time of the year. We all know
Yes.
who he is. Okay.
Yeah, so like those type of things. Or if the training supervisors,
Okay.
sometimes they want somebody on a gate because they can push back and they need a certain person on that gate to learn to push.
Okay.
So
See.
they would say, because we give out the schedule early in the morning, and we call it the sneak peek. So I give it to T-Point, I give it to the trainers,
Okay.
and they'll look at the schedule and say, hey, I want Eric Perez, senior guy, number 64, to come out of locals and go lead on the A side because you're a trainer, one,
Right.
and two, you have something they want you to teach someone.
Okay.
So that happens.
And that's when I was a trainer. That was it. You had to be training on everything, and no matter where they
Yes.
need you,
Right.
they got to put
Yes.
you. How would they do it now? That's a whole other story. But
Yes.
I won't get
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Nice. Now, let's see what else. Now, LWOPing. That's another big one.
I love it.
LWOPing.
Give it to
me. LWOP.
How does the LWOP go?
Okay, so LWOP goes by time and seniority. So it's the time first. So like you could be, I'll just make something up, a scenario. So you know how sometimes in the wintertime we have no 3 a.m.s, but during the summer we have a million.
Right.
So you could be 3 a.m. and you could be number one and you're asking for LWOP and I can't cover you because I'm not going to give out overtime to cover you.
Right.
You're not going to get it. But someone that's number 962, they start at 6 o'clock. Guess what? My bullpen has 46 o'clocks. I can get rid of the 6 o'clock hour.
Okay.
So that's how that goes.
I see.
And only that time, I'd imagine. The next day,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. And
I
that's
get
why we don't do partials, right?
Right.
Because we're already giving ourselves, we want to give away as much as possible, right? We all work hard. I
Right.
appreciate everybody. I feel like we are all one cog in a wheel. If you take one out, it's not going to work,
Right.
right? So
Okay.
we all benefit from everything. And I try to give people as much time off as possible because I believe in work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
But saying all of that, we still have an operation to run, right?
Right.
So I can't, what I do is give them the liability. So Dallas gives us the schedule. They tell us this is the amount of people that I need. That's how I know how many people's on the gate, da-da-da-da-da. I can't short you.
Okay.
I can give you what I know you can do.
Mhm.
And normally we do call-offs for call-off. So if it's 40 call-offs today, tomorrow I need to have at least 35 in the bullpen just to cover if you call off again or there's more call-offs.
Okay.
Right.
So
Right?
that's
So
okay.
the LWOP is kind of high now because I'm giving it to everybody, the call-offs are low.
Okay.
So today we took 8 call-offs. So of course tomorrow I can exhaust the LWOP book.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Whew. Now, do you have anything else on the LWOP? Any kind of things you want to see us improve on?
Yes,
or-
please. I know.
Inform us. What's going on?
Please.
Yes.
Sign your name and your phone number correctly. I can't read that. I know I can't read doctor scripts.
I see.
I know. We got a few doctors in here.
Yeah, we got a couple
do,
of
yeah.
doctors. Eric, I taught you for the last 10 years to write properly, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
My English teachers are the same thing all 4 years of high school.
I got you to do it, though. I got you to do
Somebody
it.
got me to do it.
So I
some
appreciate it.
Chicken scratches. That's all it was.
Chicken scratches. And speaking of chicken scratch, I know we don't have overtime right now, but that's another thing. So in the LWOP book, yeah, you can chicken scratch as long as I can see it.
Okay.
But with the overtime, no chicken scratch, no
No.
cross out. Because even now we don't have overtime. People are still signing up, and they're just like crossing over people's name and writing over names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all invalid.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now when it comes to dad days, now I obviously we all are holding on to them now.
Yes.
Okay, so they a lot of people want to know exactly when do they start giving them out the day of. Like if you're holding on to them because obviously it's full.
Right.
Now, does it go by who put it in first, or does it go by seniority?
Who puts it in first?
Who
Because
puts it in
that's why
first?
we got the timestamp.
Okay.
So, for example, this Saturday the 21st, there's already 30 people in the queue.
Okay.
Wow.
So how we figure out the LWOP, I already told you part of it is the sick
Well,
calls.
no, the dad. I'm talking about the dad days. I'm sorry.
It's same
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Oh.
So I was telling you how we figure out the schedule.
Okay.
It's by the call-offs, right? But with the dad day, we'll go in, we'll do our schedule, and we wait for all the specials. So, like the comm manager have to tell me if there is weather and what they want off the schedule.
Okay.
Like we give the sneak peek. I have to wait for T-Point to tell me if they want anything special. I have to wait for, the training department to tell me if they want additional bodies. I have to wait for culture to tell me if they want additional bodies. And then after that, because I noticed I'm sure you guys notice sometimes at 6 a.m. I'm sending you the projected hours like, yeah, I got LWOP or whatever the case may be. I only know that based on how fast they give me the information.
Okay.
And that's how we can do it. So contractually, when the dat day is full, if people is in a overtime book, that's how we have to give it away. We have to give out overtime to cover that day.
Okay.
So right now, obviously, they'll use it from the bullpen. But it depends. If it's raining or something like that and they want a special plan, because that's what you guys see, the COM team, the B-15 team, and all that. That's the special rain plan.
Teams, yep.
Yeah, those special teams, then that's how we'll do it. But more than likely, everybody should be able to get it. But that's how you get overtime. If there's 1 million people signed up.
So everyone out there, start putting in for those dat days this weekend because I'm off and I need some more time.
It's going to be hot as hell.
Yeah,
just,
it's going to be
just
hot.
to let you know.
Put in your dat days now.
There's already 30 people in the queue.
I guess there's going to be 50 soon, I'm hoping. All right, I got one more for you. Well, next time one more. It's just basically, again, now besides the LWOP, is there anything else that you would like to see improve from us, at least, on our side?
Well, again, I appreciate everybody. I think I have a good relationship with most of my ramp agents, not all, because, a lot of the information you get from me is not always positive. But I'm just asking, give me a chance to resolve the issue without coming to me at 10 already.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, trust me, I get it.
Yeah, if it's our fault, we always fix it.
Yeah.
We always try to get ahead of it. We not necessarily need you to grieve it. And some things, you could just come to us and we'll just fix it. Everything is not a union matter. Well, I do like that you exercise the union and you go to the union, but sometimes you can just come to us and ask us for help or guidance. And a lot of times, you get bad information when you listen to everybody else, and it puts you in a situation when you could have just came straight to the source and got what you need.
Yeah, that's what we tell everybody to come to us, and they keep going to the break room lawyers. Yeah. We call them jailhouse lawyers, but they always go to them. They can just come to us. We're 20 feet from the break room, but we try. So
that's about it. And we can resolve everything. We're all adults, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
some
of these people?
Physically, I don't know, mentally, there's a couple children in there, including right here, Hugo. That's one of them right there. That's the biggest child we have.
Wow.
Hugo, do you have anything for Stacy?
No, not really.
No?
I just...
there's no safety on this one.
No, there's really no safety. So.
Hey, I take care of my safety guys.
No, she does. She really does.
Got the water boys and Mr. President, of course.
When people call off or, are missing, that she always fills them up.
Yeah, she does.
Fills them up for me. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Well, Stacy,
yes,
I thank you for coming on. We appreciate you coming. So, you got nothing else. But before we go, we always have. You don't know this, but we always have. We have a movie of the week that we like to give to the agents while they're waiting for their flights.
Okay.
So, a movie, TV show, anything you'd like to recommend.
I don't watch TV.
Oh my God.
I read a lot.
Okay, I know there's a show somewhere in there. Come on. You gave me a couple. You gave me From. How about I go talk about? Well, no, you don't even watch From one. No, that was actually a good one.
That was pretty
good. Go
good.
ahead.
All right.
There's not one.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I did watch Gangs of London.
Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I've heard of that one.
Oh,
okay.
man, that's pretty good. That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, everybody's not going to make it. But
they usually don't. Not in those games.
Wow.
But that one's pretty good. That's pretty
Awesome.
good. That's pretty good.
Hugo, what you got?
Well, like I said, I went to go see How to Train Your Dragon with my godson, and that was
we heard that already. But thanks again.
It was pretty fun. All these freaking movies that they made from the animated stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't they ever make a Tom and Jerry one? Imagine what that would look like.
Yeah, they try, and I can only imagine with that one. Don't ruin my childhood with that one.
The cat getting his ass beat by the mouse. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna recommend a show that actually Stacy got me into, and that's From.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something scary, and what is it? It's on MGM now. It's on MGM Plus, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a very good show.
Very good.
Scared the hell out of me, and I wish she'd actually finish it, but she's not. But either way, I think it's a very good show.
I'm still waiting for that next season.
Yeah, it's still coming because after what happened, I'm not telling her. But after having that one got me, but that was pretty good. But again, that's our episode for the SSO portion. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to the quick question. Please subscribe to us, like us, please. Again, thanks again for me, Eric Perez, your host, Hugo Valles, your co-host, and of course our special guest, Stacy.
Thank you for having me, and I'm waving.
Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you. Like always, be safe out there, everyone. And we are signing off.